Hi, my name is Jamie, and I'm coming to you from Saudi Arabia. So, I have a ton of makeup. And last year during COVID, I caught the makeup fever, and I bought a lot. And I watched a bunch of product reviews, bought a bunch of stuff. I really enjoy watching other creators on YouTube. Other creators, as if I'm a creator at the moment. And that's just something I really enjoy and kind of got me through COVID. But once I came to find that I had all of this makeup, I didn't always know how to use it or like how to best be creative. So I am just trying to like maybe do some product reviews, maybe do some tutorials, maybe do some get ready with me, maybe I'll go out and kind of show you what is in Saudi Arabia, what it looks like in terms of like beauty community. And yeah, so I think it'd be fun. Let's do this. And yeah, let's get started. So I'm actually gonna start out with some skincare just to impart to some of my methodology, I suppose. So I'm gonna start with applying a hyaluronic acid, and I always spray my face with water first so that the hyaluronic is like activated. Is that the right word? I don't know, man. So like for day wear skincare, don't overthink it. At least I don't. And that'll kind of soak in quickly. The Inky List hyaluronic soaks in like, wow, what a dumb sound. That, there you go. Next on the agenda is a CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with SPF 30. And I actually have to order this from iHerb. It's really obnoxious, like you can't find it here. There is Cetaphil, but I don't know, I just like this better. I like the brand better. So. Lastly, to keep my lips hydrated, or just as kind of a lip treatment before I put any other products on, put some baby butt cream. This is just straight Vaseline. My friend got it for me in Germany. She didn't get it for me. She just had it. And then I became a proud inheritor of it. Alright. Okay. That's that for skin prep. But the important thing to do is to let it soak in. Like it's all gotta set. So like if you've ever applied especially like a sunscreen, then tried to apply like your primer or your foundation and it pills up because you didn't let it sit. It's gotta sit. So what I like to do in the meantime is I like to get my eyebrows ready. So I am a soap brow person, more or less. I have this super gross, super old bit of soap in a Tupperware, and I am just gonna spray that with water. And again, the trick here, thank you, my cat's playing in a bag. The trick here is to let it really soak in. So, kind of while all these products are doing their thing, I am also then going to prime my eyelids. So I've noticed lately, like there's some controversy or people are pretty up in arms about how to prime one's eyes for eyeshadow. So I've bought into the whole like eyeshadow primer thing. I've done it, and it worked fine, but to me it like got all gunky right through here and was creating like some weird milia or whatever, and it wouldn't blend out. A lot of the time I would prime, you can see it's been well loved, I would prime with this like Colourpop cream shadow in the shade Laurel because it's very, very, very neutralizing. It's this color. But it created a nice base, but again, it got just gunky, and when you set it down, it wouldn't blend. Like, I'm not trying to look around or walk around looking like I've got some gunk here and then it's just not coming into my brows and looking right. So you know what I arrived back at? Shape tape. Or I've also used this like Revolution concealer in C05. So today, you know what? Shape tape it is. Okay, so now that my eyes are nice and primed, I'm gonna take my dampened soap and a spoolie. If you're lucky, I'm using a clean spoolie today, just for you. And I'm gonna start brushing it through. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just get my eyebrows microbladed on. Because you know what? I'm tired of it. Like, I almost feel like I should produce a video to document how many dumb steps I have to go through in order to, you know, create a somewhat naturalistic eyebrow. And everyone's like, just grow them out. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to go through that. I just, no. So while that's drying, I'm gonna start thinking about an eye look. So I think today I'm gonna go ahead and do kind of a gentle halo eye situation. And take this up a little higher because I can still see some like redness poking through, like one does. I'm actually gonna get started first. Before I do my eye, I am going to theoretically get started on my eyebrows and at least get like the general shape of my eyebrow. So if you have eyebrows like mine, this is what your eyebrow situation may or may not look like. That's just me. So if you have really sparse, dumb eyebrows like I do, then in order to create like a really naturalistic brow, you need to use like multiple different shades in order to recreate kind of like the different textures and the different colors of hair and tones found in your normal natural eyebrow. So what I like to do is I like to get the shape first, and then I don't necessarily like do any of the detail work right then and there. I just get the shape, and then I do my eye look, put on my foundation, pat over them, everything to try and like get everything right, and then I'll go back in and do all of the detail work. So I have two pencils that I'm going to start with. They are actually both from SHEGLAM. Now, I don't know if you haven't tried SHEGLAM yet, but if you haven't, you're sleeping, because some of that shit's real good. Like, I was shocked when things actually worked out. Their foundation is so nice. Maybe I'll use it today. So I always start at the back first, obviously. We should all know that by now, right? Right? And I'm just gonna try and follow sort of the natural pocket of fat that I have in my upper eyelid to sort of inform my shape. I've seen people do like the points, and I think it's a good idea. Like, I just kind of started it right there. But at this point, like, I've done this so many times that I just eyeball it. Literally.
Like that.
There you go. Nice. Let's do the other side. Did you ever know a girl in high school that used to draw her eyebrows way too close together? I was that girl. These are looking okay. This one is always kind of the trickier side for me, but again, like, we're gonna go back in and fix it anyway. So if you're like me and you have dumb eyebrows, like, don't sweat it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in and do a more copper, like, halo eye, and I'm sorry if you hear my air conditioner. I was sweating and that's not cute. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I straight can't believe I found this here. And you can see it's quite loved. Oh my God, it's so dirty. Also, my black broke. Horrible. But yeah, and I'm gonna go in first with a like nice blending brush. This is an LA Girl 202. Now, I like LA Girl brushes. Does that make me a criminal? I'm actually, okay. Let's see how this goes. I've never done this look before, so yeah, we'll find out how it's all gonna go down. So I've loaded the brush, right? And I'm gonna start kind of on the outer corner above my crease. I have just a slight hooded eye, so I need to kind of be conscious of my placement of my eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna take that shade all through. And I want to make sure that I do get some pigment through here, but not so like opaque. Just soft and nice. Great, so now that I have both of these shaded and I've got kind of a nice transition color down, I'm gonna go in with an angled brush. I don't even know where this brush is from to be honest. Like, I got it one time in an Ipsy order. It's a Firma 202 and it's got kind of an angle, which makes it really nice for setting pigment in like your corners. And I'm gonna go in with Huda. These shade names, you know, like pukey. Why in the world would I dip into a colored pukey? No, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm just gonna kind of set that down in my crease and bring it forward toward my iris. Is that the right word? I'm just gonna kind of set that down. I'm not gonna blend it out just yet. And I don't like to get like too dark of a shade when I'm starting my halo, because like I just want to make sure that the placement is correct, and if I am kind of hurried and I don't know, imprecise, then it's fine. I can fix it. I can kind of blend it out into the transition color and it's not gonna matter too much. So you want to leave kind of an open space in the middle of your eye. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this Natasha Denona Chrome Crystal Liquid Shadow, and I've got a brush. It's dumb. It's silly how inexpensive, or I don't even know where this brush came from, to be honest. But what I really wanted was this shape right here, because I think a very common mistake is that people take this applicator that looks like this and just go in their eye. It's very imprecise. You don't get the placement you want. You want to load the brush, boop, 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 and then you'll work on your eye. So then I'm going to place that in the middle. And this is a really nice duochrome shade. Load the brush up again. It doesn't hurt to be conservative though with like these liquid shadows. Like, you can always build it up smoothly. It's difficult to take it away once you've had too much or put too much on. And I almost think of kind of like, not a triangle, but like a cone with then like a circle on top, or not a circle, but just like a round edge. You know what I mean? With this shade in particular, like, I've set it down and then try to move it around, and no, doesn't work. Bad idea. Nice. Okay. I should mention also that, like, you don't need necessarily either of these palettes, and especially like you don't need Natasha Denona level liquid eyeshadow, but they are real nice. I got on such a crazy liquid eyeshadow kick last year that it just makes no sense. Like, I bought so many liquid eyeshadows, and the thing to keep in mind about those things is that they expire, which is annoying. Also, look how cute this mug is. But anyway, so we're gonna go back into our Jaclyn Hill palette, and now I'm gonna kind of darken up the inner and outer corner a little bit. I am, however, going to just blend these spots a little bit. There, nice, okay. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in carefully to Chip, the shade Chip. And I'll kind of work on my inner and outer corner. This palette is real pigmented. I don't use it as much as I should. It's really a nice palette. But like, this is kind of why I am making an attempt to be on the platform, is that like, I love makeup and I love to collect it, but then once I have the thing, I get a little intimidated with how to use it, like how, when, where to use it, what's gonna look good. But just when you get a 35 pan palette and you're, I wouldn't say I'm a beginner, but more of a beginner, you kind of go like, how do I do this? What are the possibilities? The possibilities are endless, and then you get kind of intimidated by the thing, I think. So eyes are basically done. I've gone ahead and wetted a sponge, and we're gonna get started on complexion. I live in Saudi Arabia. It's hot outside. It's not even just like, meow. It's not even just like kind of hot. It's like, it's gonna be like 106 today. So, in order for my face to not crawl around, we are going to prime with classic Milk Hydrogrip Primer. And I'm going to focus this very much in the middle of my face and on my nose. My nose looks like hot garbage by the end of the day. I'm here to tell you. I'm going to take my wetted sponge and I'm going to go ahead and just go over that a little bit. Just to make sure I don't have any like gluey spots for my foundation to stick to in a way that's not cute. So I used this yesterday and I'm a little miffed about it. I am gonna go in with my Beauty Blender Bounce foundation in the shade 1.5, and it's a really strange foundation, to be honest. Like, you put it on, you start working with it, and the texture just looks strange at first. Like, the shade match for me is really nice. Maybe like a touch pale, but that's really easily fixed. But especially on my nose, it just, yesterday, I don't know what was going on. It just was not good. And I'm gonna kind of focus, wow, I'm just like, hello. Look at me. I'm gonna kind of focus on the middle of my face and try to go over my nose a little bit. Yes, I have a 5 head, not a 4 head. So this is what I'm talking about by not getting worked up about doing your eyebrows right away, is that I've kind of just got to like press this foundation in everywhere, and if you've taken a lot of time to do your eyebrows, I'm gonna go through and kind of check that I've pressed it in everywhere. That's really important for this time of year as well, that you don't use too much foundation and that it's all really pressed in, because if not, it's gonna start crawling around, and that's not cute. So I'm gonna go in with some cream products and have a discussion about it. So I bought this and was all excited about it. It's the Chanel Les Beiges, like bronze balm, whatever. And don't get me wrong, like, you feel bougie when you use this, but you know what works 100 times better? It's Colourpop, like bronzing balm in light. I am gonna go in with the Chanel just because I want to. One thing I noticed, actually, before I go on, one thing I noticed is that it's actually better to kind of warm it up with your finger and then start applying it that way rather than, I don't know, I've just not had like the best luck with using a brush, a sponge, like nothing. It just doesn't go. The good thing, I guess, about this is that if you set down too much or you kind of bring it in too far, kind of like I just did, then it really does blend away very quickly. Like really quick, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and start shading in my 5 head a little bit. I don't know. I guess what I don't like about using a sponge with this is just like it gets real imprecise and like muddy real fast. Like I've seen it like just go in a direction I don't want it to go. And like if I add too much, sometimes it like pulls a little bit red on me, and I spend a lot of time trying to neutralize redness on my face, so you know, I don't appreciate that. That's not the point. And I'm also gonna carefully go in and do my nose a little bit. I have, you know, obviously I have strong features. I have such nose. I have such forehead, I have such nose. And you know, just whatever. Flip off my own nose. That's what we're gonna do. My cats are singing to each other. Yeah. I should also say, not my cats. I have one cat, and then I have a visiting friend cat that decided that she is going to be in raging heat. Don't get me started. I want her spayed. That's that on that. But she's desperately trying to flirt with my gigantic male cat, and he doesn't get it. He is quite neutered. Quite. So you may be growing concerned by now that you haven't seen me conceal. Where's the concealer? Just wait. It's fine. So you could leave it just like this. Like if you just want a like nice little like breath of, you know, tan to your face, that's great. But I want a little bit more shape, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of subtly go in with this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula in light. This is, I mean, it's a cult favorite for a reason. Everybody loves this shit. And I'm gonna find my cheekbone, okay? And then I'm gonna kind of stipple it on and go up, and then kind of in a circle go up, right? So do you see what that did there? Snatch that cheekbone in. Bam. I'm not cooking. Same thing on this side. I'm gonna find my cheekbone, stipple a little bit, and then I'm left-handed, so I usually go backwards and bring it up. Bring it up on my forehead a little bit. Look at that shiny forehead. 5 head. 6 head. and maybe just a touch of breath on my nose and on my jawline. I have mixed feelings about bringing darker products onto my jawline. I don't know how to feel about that, personally. I don't know. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I'm not utterly convinced it's the thing sometimes. That's just me. Now, we're gonna go in with a concealer. So today, I'm gonna use the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer in the shade Light 33C? Sure, sounds good. So, I know everyone on the internet is now saying, dark here, this there, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'm wrong. In fact, I'm probably wrong. Whatever. But I don't agree. Thank you, Zoe. I don't agree with it. So I actually start through here because this is where I have, thank you, a lot of redness. And maybe kind of a little bit on my nose just to snatch up that bronzy contouring, it's not contouring, moment. And that's where I focus my concealer, not on my under eye, because watch, like, it's gonna spread this way. You don't need to apply concealer under your eye, generally speaking, because you're just gonna put eyeshadow there. Am I making sense? Like, has anyone else thought about this? Like, why are we in a heated debate about where we're putting concealer when it's just gonna cover it up anyway? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, that's it. That's literally it for now. Okay, the next controversial topic is powder usage. So I did the thing. I swore off powder. I wouldn't do it. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Here's the thing. I like powder. A powdery ass little bitch. So I'm gonna take my powder, my translucent powder from Beauty Bakerie, which is bomb. I just got this. It's so good. And I'm just gonna do one of these little hickeys right here. Rather than like set down another like wet product that's just gonna sit on top of other like wet products that are potentially gonna move around when I sweat because it's hot, just gonna put a little bit of a powder highlight down instead. And then I'm also gonna powder kind of the areas that I know are gonna get sweaty, and a little tiny bit in my under eye to keep it bright. Press that in. Maybe just like, again, the excess on my forehead. And this powder, man, like, it makes you look like you have mannequin skin. That's a disgusting trick that I have. I put my finger in my nose and get in here. It's nice. I'm a beautiful, beautiful woman, right? Isn't that the point? Oh dear. Right, so, ow, ow, ow. There we go. Wow, that's awesome. So I got a thread lift and you can see it moving right now. That's amazing. Great. So my thread dimple hasn't changed. So I'm about, I'm not even a week like post-procedure, so things are moving around. I'm also just not convinced by it. Nice. Anyway, so I'm gonna set my base now, and I'm gonna take my Real Technique sponge. I hope you've garnered by now that I'm using a Real Technique sponge, and I'm gonna take my Maracujá Miracle Mist from Tarte. Spray the sponge And I'm gonna go ahead and set. This is kind of the first layer of setting that I'll do. I may mist it one more time. I've been seeing on TikTok, or just in general, like, you don't understand how to set. You're not setting right. Great, tell us how. Tell me how, then. Otherwise, I'm just gonna come to my own conclusions, y'all. So now, we're kind of done complexion-wise. I'm gonna go back in and do some more detail work on my eyes. And that's going to begin with putting down just a little tiny bit of liner through on my eyelid. And I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty pencil, make sure it draws. This is a temperamental eyeliner, let me tell you. I got it as a birthday gift, and I'm not mad, but like, it's just, it doesn't necessarily, on the pencil side, want to set anything down. You really gotta kind of scrub it, which I don't like. And I'm not even gonna take it all the way in. I'm just gonna kind of line more of my outer eye. And that's just to sort of conceal the band of my eyelashes. Okay, so I have a pair of Shein lashes. I've applied this velour lash adhesive in black. Don't be like me and get black. That's also why I had to set down a little bit of eyeliner, because if you don't have like really dark eyes, then you can see the velour black lash adhesive. That was not a smart move on my part whatsoever. So I'm just gonna take this lash. I guess I should put it in the correct hand before I put it on. And I recommend always trimming your lashes beforehand for your eye shape. And I am disgusting and use the same eyelashes over and over. I'm sure that's not hygienic. Nice. So also, if you put down some eyeliner and you don't quite get the eyelash on the base of your eyelid, there we go, brain, then it'll kind of conceal it. It'll hide your mistake a little bit. So I'll go ahead and apply the other one. All right, now I'm gonna go back into my palette and just kind of work on the lower lash line. Sometimes I like to do this and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna go back in to the shade Puder and just kind of go in to my lower lash line. One problem that I have is right there. I have kind of a depth right there that eyeshadow just kind of sinks into, and then it doesn't look blended. So I always have to kind of check it in the side. Sometimes your makeup looks great head on, and then you turn to the side and you're like, okay, what's going on there? It's never a pleasant feeling. I'm just gonna go in to chip like just a breath and put it through here, just to kind of make this all come together a little bit. Then I don't think I'm actually gonna highlight the inner corner. Oh, well. I will, just kidding. I'm gonna take a cute little Zoeva brush. It's a smoke shader brush, and I'm gonna go in to Beam in the palette and just kind of put it there. Little pop-a-roo of light there. A beam of light, if you will. So, eyes are done, it's great. So I just put on a little lip balm, that's why my lips look this way. So now I'm gonna I'm gonna go back in to my eyebrows and just do some of the final detail work. I'm gonna go in with this Huda Beauty pencil. It's the new one, the new eyebrow pencil. It's not bad. Don't know. The girls at Sephora and I were having a discussion about it perhaps being too dry, which is kind of what I'm seeing right now. It worked great for like a week, and then now I'm like, And I'm just gonna kind of fill in the front of my brows, try to blend it, make it look a little bit more naturalistic. I think it's a great product if it were just slightly more emollient. Just little tiny little bit. There, that's it, done, good. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm gonna use the Milk Kush mascara. I've got just like the sample size. Now, I don't actually like this mascara that much. I'm just trying to use it up, to be perfectly honest. And I'm not gonna sweat being very precise about getting my upper lashes because I've got these big false lashes on. I just kind of want to blend my natural lashes into the false ones, and then I'll do the lower lash line. Oh, you jerk. You stay down. Got to fix that lash. Not sure about this velour lash adhesive, honestly. And it was expensive, as far as I remember. I don't remember. Just complaining to complain, but I bought lash adhesive so that it would adhere, you know? Shocking. Revolutionary. So for lips, I'm not gonna worry about this too much. I'm just gonna use 2 products, and one of them is gonna make you laugh. So I'm gonna have to wear a mask. I'm gonna go out in a minute, so I'm just gonna put on a lip gloss. I am gonna line my lips a little bit, and I'm gonna use a Blackheart Lip Liner from Hot Topic. Yeah, Hot Topic. It's very brown. Hilarious. I don't even remember when I got this lip liner. This is not hygienic, I'm sure. And for me, I kind of line the outer corners of my bottom lip. I don't even bring it all the way in. See? And then I'll kind of line up my Cupid's bow a little bit. Oh, I forgot highlighter. What should I do for highlighter? Okay, and then I have this Renaissance lip gloss from Colourpop. Just move that around a little bit. And you know, that's about that on that. It does give you kind of that white grossness, but I also put Vaseline on, and I'm gonna take this with me and reapply it throughout the day. It's not a big deal. I got this really weird, like Natasha Denona dupe from SHEGLAM, and I don't know, looks okay, whatever. It is nice to put down your setting spray and then put your highlighter on top just to make it pop ever so slightly, a bit more. Maybe I'm hallucinating. And I'm gonna take this shade right here, and I have a little fan brush. And I'm not gonna overdo it. And I actually prefer to put my highlighter more on my cheeks than over here. Just, I want my cheeks to kind of come forward a little bit. Maybe a bit on my nose, just a tiny bit. Like, I don't know, I have a really high cheekbone anyway. I'm not sure why I would put it there. Anyway. And this is all gonna get rubbed off by a mask anyway, but you know. Okay, so I am gonna put clothes on, look like a human, and I'll be back. So when I said I was gonna put on clothes, that was, thank you Zoe. that was kind of a lie. I put on an abaya and some shorts, and that's how it's gonna be today. After living here for 2 years, I broke down and finally did the thing that everyone does here, and that is to get an abaya that zips up and wear that. I really don't wear abaya from the day to day out, like when I'm out. I have to wear them for work, but otherwise, like, I really don't, but it's just, it's too hot. So anyway, thanks for coming on this makeup journey with me. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you learned something. I don't know. And by all means, please come back. That'd be great. And I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day. Eid Mubarak.